We are studying Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Chapter 2, Sankhya Yoga, Sloka 45 and 46.
ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः अथ श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतासु उपनिषत्सु ब्रह्मविद्यायां योगशास्त्रे श्रीकृष्णार्जुनसंवादे साङ्ख्ययोगो नाम द्वितीयोऽध्यायः।
After revealing the rules of an karma yogi, namely performing actions with a special attitude, single pointed focus, and determination, always in balance while facing the results, not to be over enthusiastic about performing rituals as prescribed in Vedas and are advised by religious persons as a means for wealth, pleasure, and the ultimate place in the heavenly abode. Bhagawan Sri Krishna gives the next level of advice to Arjuna.
Sloka 45. त्रैगुण्यविषया वेदा निस्त्रैगुण्यो भवार्जुन निर्द्वन्द्वो नित्यसत्त्वस्तः निर्योगक्षेम आत्मवान्.
Summary Sloka 45. The Vedas deals with the three attributes. Be above these three attributes, that is gunas, O Arjuna. Free yourself from the pairs of opposites and ever remain in the sattva, goodness, free from all thoughts of acquisition and preservation, and be established in the self. Inner constitution of every individual contain three inseparable gunas in varying proportions. These are sattva guna, rajoguna, tamasic guna. To go beyond these gunas is to go beyond mind, intellect to realize the God. Bhagavan Sri Krishna advises Arjuna to be free from all the pairs of opposites, that is, joy and sorrow, pain and pleasure, etc. He is advising to be established always in pure consciousness or sattvic state with no attachment and no agitations. Bhagavan gave additional methods by which one can firmly establish in one's own self, Atmavan Bhava, by always remaining in Sattva Guna. Sattva Guna indicates that purity of mind, intellect, and freeing one from the pairs of opposite. Example, pleasure and pain, which we have already seen. By remaining always in balance of mind, samatva, and not thinking of acquisition of what you don't have, that is yoga, and the preservation of what you have, that is the kshema. These are the methods by which one can achieve self realization and free from all shackles of this samsara. Swami Nikhilananda in his commentary states that the Vedas are revealed to rishis while in meditation. They were passed on to Shishyas as the Guru Sishya Parampara. Vedas contain Karmakanda, about 80% or more than that. That portion which deals with the rituals prescribed and when performed promises fulfillment of a desired result. It also contains mantras, about 20%, and the knowledge on the spiritual aspect of it. The characteristics of gunas are mentioned in the Vedas. These are present in different proportion in every human being and will change as the time changes. All these three gunas may lure individuals to take the path of karma kanda for quick acquisition of worldly pleasures. Swami further elaborates the teaching of Lord Krishna, who says, Arjuna, don't get into the trap of karma kanda. Be bold, free your mind from all the desires, and take the path of spirituality.
Sloka 46. यावानर्धवुदापाने सर्वतः सम्प्लुतोदके तावान् सर्वेषु वेदेषु ब्रह्मण्यस्य विजानतः.
Summary Sloka 46. All purposes served by a small well can be fulfilled by a big reservoir of water. Similarly, the purpose of all Vedas can be gained by one who knows and realizes the supreme consciousness. Bhagavan explains to Arjuna about a Brahmana who he knows Vaidika rituals as revealed in Vedas, who recognizes his own true nature, the self, and is enlightened. This ritualistic portion of Vedas becomes useless as he already living in the state of bliss or supreme happiness. Bhagavan states that a seeker who has the right knowledge, that is the Sankhya Yoga, why he wished to quench his thirst from a well, that is the Vaidiki rituals or Vaidika rituals, when the water is everywhere, when the knowledge is everywhere, when the happiness is everywhere. If one should not seek profits from Vedic rituals, how it should be performed, that is, these Vedic rituals, and how it has to be dedicated to Ishvara. For an aspirational spiritual seeker, the Vedas are the source of true knowledge for everyone to know the knowledge about the self, about the knowledge about the mantras, about knowledge about the rituals. Vedas ritualistic portion is only for acquiring all the worldly happiness and fulfillment of desires. But for a spiritual seeker who comes to experience the self, this portion is useless. And one should not confuse or misunderstand means to the end or means to the goal. Means is performance of rituals in Vedas as prescribed, and the goal is realization of the self. Swami Chinmayananda in his commentary denotes that Karma Kanda prescribes rituals for obtaining desired results which gives finite joy and pleasures to an individual. The seeker who discovers the self within one's own self experiences the infinite bliss, infinite happiness, and the pleasure derived from performing actions that are normal or that are ordinary, as mentioned in Vedas, or included in the bliss, the essence of his own self. Swami Nikhilananda explains that a doubt may come to an individual about the following the path of karma yoga to reach the state of knowing the true knowledge about the self. If I follow the spiritual path, I may lose what is in this world, such as wealth, happiness, prosperity, etc. But Swami mentions that a seeker who realizes his own self enjoys and acquires everything in this world. He don't need to perform any ritualistic action which are ordinary that is prescribed in Vedas. He further clarifies that if water, example happiness, is everywhere as mentioned in this sloka, one need not go to a specific pond that is very far to fetch the water. When one revels in happiness all times, why one need to perform actions which are ordinary prescribed in Vedas for desired happiness? Bhagawan Sri Krishna advising us to increase the level of our understanding of self and our own conviction to realize the Paramatma by indicating additional steps. He is advising us not to be the not to be under the influence of likes and dislikes, desires, attachments, acquisition of what we don't have, and preservation of what we have, but to be strongly determined and focused on the goal of life, that is, the realization of the self. How many of us can truly follow this particular advice diligently and continuously? I think that even if we begin in a small way in our own lifetime, nothing is wasted. I like the essence of Sloka 46. A simple example is that when one can get all the happiness which is permanent in one place, why do you need to go to a different sites to get bits and pieces of happiness? Bhagavan is advising us to have a really a big goal and strive to achieve it fearlessly and with determination. He is asking us or he is advising us, don't be swayed away with or lured away by small benefits while pursuing the ultimate goal. The benefits of the small efforts are included in the big effort. Hari Om.
ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः